Evaluating everyday media and information with regard to codes, conventions, and messages involves understanding how media content is constructed, who creates it, and how it is received by different audiences. Here's a breakdown of how to approach this evaluation, focusing on the roles of audiences, producers, and other stakeholders. Codes and conventions. Codes are systems of signs used to convey meaning. They can be technical, like camera angles and lighting, or symbolic, like color and objects. Conventions are established ways of doing things in media, like genre conventions. For example, a horror movie might use dark lighting and suspenseful music. Evaluation. Identify the codes and conventions used in a piece of media, such as a news article, advertisement, or film. Analyze how these codes and conventions shape the meaning of the message. For instance, how does the choice of words, imagery, or editing style influence the audience's perception? Messages. The message is the content or information that the media is trying to convey. Evaluation. Understand the explicit message, which is what is directly stated, and the implicit message, which includes underlying meanings or assumptions. Consider the purpose of the message. Is it to inform, persuade, entertain, or provoke thought? For example, news media might aim to inform, but could also carry bias depending on how the information is presented. The audience is the group of people who consume the media. Identifying the target audience is crucial. Who is this content aimed at? This can be determined by analyzing demographics like age, gender, and socioeconomic status, as well as psychographics such as interests and values. It's also important to consider audience interpretation. Different audiences may interpret the same media differently based on their cultural background, personal experiences, and beliefs. For instance, a political cartoon might be humorous to one group but offensive to another. Lastly, assess the impact. How might the message influence the audience's thoughts, attitudes, or behaviors? Consider both short-term reactions and long-term effects. Producers are the individuals or organizations that create and distribute the media. Examining the intentions of the producers is key. What are their goals? Are they trying to sell a product, influence public opinion, or simply entertain? The agenda of the producer can significantly shape the content. Evaluating credibility and bias is also vital. Who is the producer and what is their track record? Media from government sources, corporate entities, or independent journalists may carry different levels of bias or reliability. Additionally, consider economic and political influences. Who funds the media, and how might that affect its content? For example, advertising revenue might influence a news outlet to avoid negative coverage of certain companies. Stakeholders include all parties with an interest in the media content, such as advertisers, regulators, and society at large. Assessing the role of advertisers is important. How does advertising influence the content? Media outlets might tailor their content to attract certain advertisers or to align with advertiser expectations. Considering regulatory bodies is also crucial. How do laws and regulations impact media content? For instance, certain countries have strict censorship laws that shape the messages conveyed in the media. Reflecting on societal impact is essential. How does the media contribute to societal norms, values, and issues? For instance, media can reinforce stereotypes or challenge social norms. Evaluating everyday media and information requires a critical approach that considers how media is constructed, who creates it, how it is received, and its broader impact. By analyzing codes, conventions, and messages in relation to audiences, producers, and other stakeholders, we can better understand the complex dynamics at play in the media landscape.